Hello YouTubers! Welcome to the second and final video on how to make some winter trees for your cakes. We are finally getting into the holiday spirit around here. Even Nico is taking part.
Oh, there you go. Good boy. Good boy.
He really hates those antlers. I can only leave them on him for a few seconds. If you haven't checked out our video on how to make evergreen trees for your cakes, please do so. I'll put a link in the description, or you can click the link up above. Let's go ahead and get started on these awesome trees. To make our trees, you're going to need a milk chocolate dipping sauce. I've made this sauce a number of times. The last time on our chocolate covered Rice Krispie reindeers. So I'll put a link to that in the description, or you can click the link up above. You're going to need a wooden dowel. You're going to need some wire. Floral wire will do, but given that most people have these ornament hooks around this time of year, those are going to work as well. A couple of tall tin cans, and bunches of grapes. Yeah, bunches of grapes. And you'll see why here in a minute. To create the wintry look on our trees, we're going to use some powdered sugar, Rice Krispies cereal, and a couple different sugar crystals. The two sugar crystals that I have here, this one I picked up at my local baking supply store, and the crystals are much larger and less white than the other. These smaller crystals I actually found at my grocery store, and they're from a company called Fanny Cooks. I hadn't really heard of them, but they have been in business since 1913, so apparently they've been around for quite a while. I really like the larger ones, but I cannot really find them online except for one place, and it's a custom order. I didn't realize that when I bought them, that they were that hard to find. So you can use these. They give a similar look, and Wilton also makes some of these, so they should be easy to find. I cleaned my grapes thoroughly and then took them off the vine, because the vine is all we're going to work with. And what we're going to do is take the vines and make trees out of them. We're just going to take a look like this is a small tree. And I'm just going to take a pair of scissors and cut some of these little lower pieces off here. And that will make a nice small tree. I've got a big one here I'm going to do the same thing to. And then I've got another one to make another small tree. So just look through your vines and you'll see the tree sticking out at you pretty easily. So out of those grapes, I've got 4 pretty good trees. I've got this nice big one here, and then I've got 3 smaller ones. The next step is we're going to put some wire around our trees. I'm going to use these ornament hooks. They work just great. You've already got the hook. And I'm just going to bend the other end, and you want to wrap it tightly around the end of your little tree here. And you'll just do this for all of your trees. Now let me show you why the wooden dowel and tin cans. We're going to dip our grapevines in our chocolate, and we want to hang them upside down to set up. So I put the dowel across these 2 cans, and with the wire we attached, we'll just hang it from our dowel until our trees have completely set up. One more prep thing to do, and then we'll be ready to do our trees, and they go really quickly, is I've got some Rice Krispies in my bowl here, and to that I'm going to add powdered sugar, and I'm going to add quite a bit here. And then I'm just going to get in here with my hands and start mixing it together. We want to get all of our Rice Krispies covered with our powdered sugar. Now we're ready to dip our trees. So I've got my chocolate dipping sauce here, and we want to dip the entire grapevine in our chocolate. Once you have it all covered, you want to let the excess drip off. For these smaller sugar crystals and maybe some other products that you might want to use for your trees, I found that the chocolate kind of overwhelms them. So dip your tree in your chocolate. And then hang it on your dowel for 5 to 10 minutes. You don't want it to set up completely, but give it a little bit of time to set up, and then add your sprinkles. I've dipped another tree, and this one I'm going to put in our Rice Krispies and powdered sugar mixture. And again, once it's all covered with my Rice Krispies, I'll hang it on my dowel to set up. Here's a couple examples of our trees. Here's the big tree that we dipped in Rice Krispies and powdered sugar. It's really a cool looking tree. And here is one with that icy look. I covered it with our sugar crystals. I added some of our completed trees to a cake so that you could see what they would look like. It'd be a spectacular woodland scene to add some of these mixed in with the evergreen trees that we did in our previous video. I hope you enjoyed this video and our previous video on how to make evergreen trees. Please join our channel. You can click the link up above. We really hope to see you back soon, and happy holidays.